So lying down either with Baddha Konasana, either with cross legs, or just sinking down into the floor. Palms upwards, the thumbs just tucking a little bit further down to the ground. Tuck your shoulders towards each other and then let them go. So the chest is high and open. The hollowing of the tummy is starting to happen. If you've got cross legs, it's easier to breathe in. If you're in Baddha Konasana, it's easier to breathe out. Free breathing. And here we go. We're just melting, free falling into the earth. The mind is a wide blue, empty sky. It has room for everything, good and bad. Pausing at the top of the breath space. Letting it fall down like the tide. Inhale. Space. Exhale. As if all your atoms are mixing with those in the room. They're going on holiday. Inhale. Free. Exhale. Last one. Exhale, bring the knees up to the sky. The back sort of flattens out. Enjoy that. Bring the knees into your chest. Rock a little side to side. We're going to roll over. The easiest way to roll to come up, which is actually sideways. So roll to right or left, doesn't matter. Head is way in front of the knees and up you come to a sitting. And coming to Samastitihi, the front of your mat. Today, we'll slightly separate the heels away. It's almost like you're pulling the mat sideways so that you can feel your lower back open. You might also find the abdomen hollows a little. And inhale, up you come. Just pull the heels out sideways. Press the shoulders forward. Look up through your hands. Exhale, release coming down. Now we're just going to fill out, we have a couple of breaths here, through the crown of the head, feet through the crown. Exhale, bow. Keep the weight a little forward. So you have to pull your knees up. And inhale, up you come, all the way back up to the top again. Samastitihi. Long, long, long. Exhale, bring the hands slowly down as if you were pressing or laying them on the tide of the water going down. Inhale, we do 2 more of these. Up you go, off your lower back. Look in between the little space in your wrist. Exhale, I cut the rope, down you go. Free breathing. Feet, perineum, crown of the head. Exhale, hollow your tummy, bow. Inhale through the feet or the front of the foot. Up you come. Look through the hands, fingers. Samastitihi, secret smile. Bring the hands down. Last one. Inhale. Squeeze the sit bones together for a moment, tailbone down. Exhale, rope cut down. Free breathing, undulation through the crown of the head. Exhale, surrender. Inhale, up you come, long. Exhale, command the waves, feel your feet. Secret smile. And we're going down. Inhale, look up. Exhale, release down. Inhale, free. Exhale, step, jump, plank. Stay here for a breath. Straight arms. Look down at that floor. You're very strong. Then pop your knees down. Press, chest. And we're going to stay here for a couple of breaths. Now, bend your right knee. Look over your right shoulder, but straighten your left leg. Separate your sit bones. What you're looking for is actually a stretch in your psoas. So there's a hollow feeling in the middle of your body, a bit of space. And then releasing the left leg down, you lift the right one up, look over the left shoulder to the left toe, straighten the right leg. Spread the sit bones, a bit of space, chest. Spread the hands, tuck your toes under, keep the weight quite forward, over a bar to come into downward dog. Get comfortable, spread the hands. Inhale, armpits come gently forward. Exhale, get some length in the arms, like a umbrella handle lengthening. I'm pulling your thighs back and then release the heels down. Spread the hands, open the back of your neck. Space. I think we're near 4 now. Inhale. Last breath. Exhale. Inhale, spread the hands. Lengthen the arms. Bend your knees. Float. Free breathing. Expand, open your back of your neck. Hollow bow. And up you come. Long. Samastitihi. Inhale, ekam. Dwe, exhale, bow. Free, undulation, crown of the head. Chatwari, bend the knees, step, jump, press. Chest. Spread the hands over. Free breathing, inhale. Exhale. Forearms gently lift up as if water is just pushing against them. Exhale. Draw the outside of the upper arm into the torso so your neck grows like a turtle. Once that's happened, elongate the arms. Head can come lower to the floor, to the thighs. Inhale, release. Rock forward, bend the knees. Float step. Free breathing. And a bow. Inhale, up we come. Long. Samastitihi. On top of the world. Ekam, inhale. Dwe, exhale. Free breathing, inhale. Chitwari, step, jump, press. Heart. Over. The back of the thighs are opening up. Back of the knees like an eye. Upwards, downwards, sideways. Spread the hands. You can find the front edge of your heel directly before the instep. That will make it very stable. Bend the knees. Rocking, stepping, jumping. Bowing. Up we come. Samastiti. Utkatasana. Separate the heels again and just pull outwards. Utkatasana. Click the arms down, then lift up, straight up to the ceiling. Front of the heels and exhale. Free breathing, expand. Exhale, step or jump. Press, push. Chest. Over you go. Rock forward as far as you can. Turn the left foot in. Lift the right foot, place it. Virabhadrasana. Just take an extra breath here. Front edge of the heels. There may be a little stability happen in the hips. And release. Bow. Inhale. Exhale. Rock forward, turn the right one in. Left foot comes forward. Find the feet, find the front of the heel. Exhale and bow. Chest. Spread the hands. And inhale. Exhale. In water. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, rocking forward, bend the knees, floating, expand the back of the neck, hollow the tummy as you bow. Utkatasana. Take the heels a little further out. Pull the mat sideways with the heels so the tummy will go in. Samastiti hi. Ekam inhale. Utkatasana. Dve. Free breathing. Chitwari. Press. Pancha. Heart. Over you go. Rocking forward, turn the left foot in. Front of heel. Warrior. Exhale, come down. Press. Chest. Over we go. Rocking forward. Exhale. Press. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Eyes deep into their socket, soft. They can look in between their legs. They can think they're looking at the heart, belly button. Wherever they are, they're steady. 4 and 5. Rocking forward, bend the knees, step or jump, float, surrender, bow, open the back of your neck. Utkatasana, separate the heels again. Pull the mat out to the edges of the mat sideways. Your tummy will go in. And Samastitihi, the last one. Ekam, inhale. Heels separate, just to get that hollow. Exhale. Trini, heart, chest, crown. Chatwari, press. Honorable floor. Pancha, heart. Shade 6 over. Sapta coming forward. Ashto, bowing. Nava, heart. Desha, over. Eka, Disha, left foot. Dwadisha. Trayodisha, chest. Separate the sit bones. Spread the back. Over we go. Inhale. Exhale. 1. 2. Playing. Spreading the skin on your feet, hands. 4. And 5. Rolling forward. Bend the knees, floating. Free. Bowing. Utkatasana. Separate the heels again. The toes can kind of try and push towards each other. Samastitihi. And jump the feet apart. Go straight down, get hold of the big toes. Free breathing through the crown of the head. And bow. Elbows today maybe out to the side. Just give yourself more and more room. Hollow your tummy. Take the weight slightly forward. Then find the front edge of your heels. It's just before you feel unsafe. It's be safe. You're not going to fall over. Free breathing. Expand. Undulation through crown of head. Lift the soles of the feet. Place the hands under. And 1, 2, 3. Hollow tummy. Is there residue of tension somewhere you don't need it? 5. Free breathing. Undulation. Feet, groin, crown of the head. Release your hands. Bring your hands to your hips. Squeeze in. And long back, straight back. Up you come. Bend the knees. Lovely. Trikonasana. Inhale. exhale, coming down. And I'm releasing the left hip a little forward today so I can get a long back, then pressing the right hip bone directly forward so it goes under the left hip. They are in a vertical line, one on top of each other. 2, you can spread the webbing of your hand so your jaw opens. You can press an imaginary wall with that left hand. So you can open your collarbone and turn your chest a little more. You look down, bend the front leg. We're going into half moon. Walk the right hand forward, lift the left leg up, can go quite high. Bend the standing leg, then straighten it. Find the front of the heel if you can, so the knee never hyperextends. Can lift the back leg a little more. 2, again, the right hip is under the left. 4.5, open the chest, heart, and 5. Take the top hand, dive, come over the top. We've got an extra stretch there. Bring the left foot down, plank. Look at the floor, nice and strong. Yep. Lovely floor. Bend the knees, press, chest, heart. Separate your sit bones. I don't mind if the legs feel a bit odd. They might feel a bit sickled. That's okay. Spread the hands, tuck your toes under, over you go. Take a rest here. Lift the abdomen, inhale. Exhale to rest. Spread the hands. Draw the outside of the upper arm into the torso so you're opening the shoulders and the collarbone, actually. Shoulder blades open. Rock forward and turn the right foot in and the left foot forward for Trikonasana on the other side. Beautiful. Inhale, exhale, coming down. Front foot, we can find the front edge of the heel going straight across there. It's the energy. You don't have to bring the instep to the floor. It's just like a cookie cutter coming down. And 4, as that left buttock slowly travels directly forward, which is sort of side actually. Bend the knees and coming up into half moon, lifting the right leg quite high so your neck can release. So the higher you play with that, almost the better today. Bending the standing leg, finding the front edge of the heel. Top hand can be on the hip. You can go for the full version with it, pressing that imaginary wall. 3, 4, and 5. Dive, take the top hand down. Vinyasa. Inhale, chest. Beautiful. Spread the hands, bow. Take rest here. Eyes can be closed, thinking of your navel. Your job is to open the skin on your feet and your hands to make this 5% easier. Come up onto your toes, lengthen the arms, bend the knees, push the floor, a little jump. Bow. And up you come. Bring the right leg forward. Revolved Trikonasana. Inhale. Lift the left hand. Exhale. Take it down outside of the right toe. Squeeze the hips together or draw the right hip into the midline. Squeeze them together. Grow long. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Bend the knee. Up you come. Turning. Inhale. Exhale, coming down. Right hand over left foot. Squeeze the hips together. Toothpaste. Long back. Squeezing. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Bend the knees. Up we come. And little jump. Bring the left foot forward and take the right leg up behind you. So we're in the splits. We're in the splits in the middle of the room. If you've got a wall handy, you can even put the foot against the wall. But if you haven't, there you are. Take the tailbone straight down the middle or seam of the standing leg, so it goes down, so the hips even up. You can feel that I'm pulling the bone of your heel, so it's the front edge again being pulled away from you. That will also straighten your hips. This one, it doesn't have to go too high. You can rebend the standing leg so that doesn't hyperextend. Bow the head. And now coming up, see if you can come through and go into a standing position with the right leg in front, hands up to the ceiling. Spread your sit bone, spread your back of your neck. Bend this right leg, hug it, and turn. Think that the standing leg has got belt around it, and I am pulling the inner tendon upwards and backwards. So we're really lifting up through the inner seam of the standing leg. Upwards and backwards. If I had a belt, I would just be hiking your sit bone up. Excellent. And release. Inhale. Look up. Exhale, come back down again. This time, the right foot is coming forward and you lift up the left one. Sit bone goes down to the floor. Evening those hips up. Sit bone down, down, down. Tailbone down. Then I pull the front edge of your heel away. You don't have to go high. You can bow low if you want, but the leg can be quite low. It's a different version from the side one. And micro bend from the standing leg and coming through. Bring your hands up to the sky, inner arm back. Open your back sideways. Sit bones broaden. Everything's broad. I'm holding your hands and your wrists so they're not struggling to keep up. Bend the left leg and then hug it. We're turning. 2, turning. 3, looking behind you. 4, and 5. Wonderful. Release. Inhale. Exhale, come down. Free breathing. Bring the left foot forward. Bend the right knee. Lift the right arm. We're coming for a little twist here. Bring the arm over and top hand straight up to the ceiling, pressing an imaginary wall. Now, you can actually stay here today if you'd like and just get the longest torso. If you want to go a little further, tuck the back toe under and straighten it. Turning, pressing this imaginary wall with the top hand. The fingers are spread like a little frog. Release. Bring your hands in between. Go back into a plank. 2 breaths here. Very strong. 4. And 5. Bend the knees. I'm bending the right knee now. The other knee, whichever that is for you. Take the left hand over. Going for revolved. Nice. Tuck the toe under. Straightening the leg if you wish, or not. And taking the top hand up, pressing an imaginary wall to open the chest. 3. Squeeze the hips. Length of the torso. 4. And 5. Releasing, come down. Press, vinyasa, chest, heart. Over you go. Bow. Extra breath here. Lift your abdomen. It's hollow, like a very healthy dog. Lengthen the arms. Little downward dog bow. Then bend your knees, step, jump, float. Free breathing, open the chest and bowing. And up you come. Samasthiti through the hands. An extra breath. Beautiful. Coming into Pasva Konasana. I've got my right leg forward. Inhale. Exhale, coming down. Take the right knee out so that the hip tucks in, go a little lower. If you want to go into the full version, today go in front. Inhale, exhale, bring the hand in front. So we're going to press the leg against the arm against the leg. Beautiful. The arm can be above you straight. It could be in the full position long. Inner arm releases back behind you. Release the hip down. 4 and 5. Now, take the top hand behind you. This bottom hand, just see if you can get the fingertips, and we're going to lengthen the torso, long, long, long. Release the hip down, release the knee. I've got a strap behind the knee, pulling it away from you. Long crown of the head. 4 and 5. Pop the hand down if you wish. Now find the front of your foot to come up. So the front of the heel, I mean. So this is through the leg and it misses the knee. Turning the right leg in, left leg out. Inhale. Exhale. You can think of the tendon in the back leg tucking under your buttock crease in such a fashion that you end up a little more in the center. So you're not leaning over the front leg. Inhale. Exhale. 1. Any tension in the hips and the back of the knee, let it go. You won't fall. 2, 3, just releasing it. A little bit more, a little bit more. And 5. Now, top hand turns behind you. The bottom hand, the elbow goes down, palm is outwards, and you just touch the fingers so that you can lengthen your torso. 2. Tucking the left sit bone underneath you. 3, 4. Longest torso. 5. And releasing the hands down. Lift that left foot back. And we're in a plank. Look down to the floor. Just get steady here. Plank. You can put your knees down if you wish. Bow. Chest. Spread the hands. Tuck your toes under. Over you go. Bow. Come on onto your toes. Bring the right foot forward. And we're going to Pavottanasana. Usually we'd be in a prayer position with our hands behind, but we're going to work it with our hands down. So 2 straight legs. If you've got 2 bricks, they're always a good friend, but otherwise, be on your fingertips. Squeeze the hips in. If it's hard to balance, there's 2 ways. Front of the front foot presses into the ground. Back of the back foot, heel and blade, presses into the ground. Now, if this is easy, then we'd find the front of the front heel before the instep and the front of the back heel before the instep. So energetically that goes down, which will open the sacrum a little. Bend the front leg. Just go back into downward dog. We're changing, but we're taking a rest breath in between. Hands spread, hollow tummy. You're just floating. Rocking forward and bring the left foot in between your hands. Square the hips up. Release the back of your neck. First of all, you go with the feet, the first version, front of the front foot, back of the back and the blade. So the insteps, back foot should lift. Then you find the front edge of the heel. Now, if we're lucky, the hip and some of the cells on the lower back open. And bend the front leg, spread your hands, plank. Couple of breaths here, look down on that floor. Excellent. And then coming down onto your side. Now, if you can, it depends how hard your floor is. If you can balance, I've got my hand here to make it almost a tripod shape, and I'm flexing my feet so they also can just help me balance here. Now, if you can, get your big toe with your right hand and see if you can lift it up. Now, some of us might be having to hold a little lower. That is fine. You're just working there. Beautiful. Tailbone long to the floor foot. Very good. I'm looking up with my head, but you can relax with your head. You don't really need to do anything with it. Good. Finding that And releasing that leg, taking it down, and you can roll on your back and roll to the other side. Oops. Yeah. My head's quite relaxed. Now, if I can, I get hold of the big toes. If I can't, I'm holding anywhere along that leg. It's all fine. 2, 3, 4. Good. And 5. Roll onto your tummy and just go into a sphinx. And the sphinx is drawing the forearms back so that you get the longest chest towards the heart, or tummy, abdomen towards heart. Spread your sit bones. So we're looking for a feeling of a hollow, quite low in your lower back. So your sit bones spread away from each other, the back spreads. You draw the abdomen so that's spreading. It's almost like I've got a hammock underneath your shoulder blade chest, so that pulls it away from your lower back. Excellent. Tuck your toes under. Come back. Pose of the child. Knees out to the side. Take rest. Your sit bones go down to your heels. And the top half of your back goes down to your head. It's like it's being melted from the center. Waist to heels. Waist to head, hands. Lengthen your big toes. Inhale. Come up onto your hands and your shins. Spread the hands. Tuck the toes under. Inhale. Exhale. Over you go. Bow. Inhale, rock forward. If you can, look behind you. Bend your knees so that it's really a little bunny hop. And bowing. Here we go. The beginning of a Malasana, Utkatasana. Turn your knees out. We'll keep the feet together. Bring your hands underneath your heels. Lengthen your torso through the crown of your head. So we're looking for the longest back possible. There is no crunching over to balance. If you can get your heels down without putting your hands there, you can play a little bit, just putting the thumb there, maybe less and less and less. But don't lose the long body. Knees can go as far out as you want so that they're relaxing out sideways, even though the feet are together. Excellent. Rock forward. So your heels will be up. Now, find the front edge of your heel as quickly as you can. Pop it down. Now take the heels out. So you're pulling outwards with the heels. Go into Utkatasana. Good. Knees together. Heels apart. Pulling outwards. Knees together. Utkatasana. Very lovely. Straight back. Long. So the sit bones go down, even though there is a feeling of the tailbone going up. So you open your back. Now, coming down, take your right arm over the left knee, and we've got two versions of this. You can be in a prayer position. Again, the longest back, squeezing the hips together so you lengthen like a tube of toothpaste being squeezed. Long through the center. If you're lucky enough to get your hands on the floor and the top hand pressing an imaginary wall, do it. 3, 4, and 5. Release. And Uttanasana, free breathing. Take a rest here on your fingertips. Fill the chest up. Hollow tummy. Exhale, rest. Another breath. And bend the knees. Take the elbow, left elbow over the right knee. Now we can either press in that prayer position, still with the longest growing tree of a spine, pressing the hand. If you're lucky enough to get to the floor, opening collarbones. 3, 4, and 5. Releasing, coming down, and go into a plank and take 2 breaths, looking at this floor between your hands. Strong. 1, 2, knees to the floor, little bow. Chest. Spread your hands over you go. And stepping or jumping. Take rest in Uttanasana. 1. Back of the neck free. It's a rest. Micro bend. Take the heels apart. Knees are together, heels gently pulling apart. Come up into an Utkatasana, but only really worrying about the feet. So you notice that your abdomen is hollow. Then I'm gently pressing the top of your shoulders forward, just to make a straight line. And Samastitihi, coming to standing, smiling. And here we go. You can hold, you can use a belt. We're going into full version of this. Okay. Padangustasana. Holding the right big toe. Inhale. Beautiful. Exhale. Standing seam of the leg is long and being pulled up. Beautiful. Taking it out to the side. Standing seam upwards and backwards. So this goes down. Very nice. Beautiful coming back. Now, bending the knee, another little twist, turning as if you were seeing you were trying to thumb a ride and they zoomed past you. And we'll come into flying. Take that right leg back and fly. 2, armpits, air, cloud underneath them. 4, you're just floating over the countryside. 5, exhale, come down. Plank, little rest in the plank. Knees to the floor, bow. Chest, chest. Off you go. Spread your hands, back of the neck open, hollow tummy. And stepping or jumping, bowing. Up you come. And other side. Weight on the right leg. Bend. Exhale. Beautiful. 2, 3, 4, 5. Taking to the side if you're having trouble balancing. I always find lifting the hand up is useful. 2, 3, 4, 5. Fantastic. Bringing it back. Beautiful. Bending. And turning. And release. Wonderful. Uttanasana for a moment. Free breathing onto your fingertips, so it's more like a square now. Crown of the head. Head's not, the face and the neck aren't really in it. So it's sternum, crown of the head. Bring your hands to your hips. Up you come. Either figure 4 or bringing this foot into the crease. Very good. Beautiful. Inhale. Exhale. Holding or not holding. You take the time you need. Front of the standing leg heel. Does that straighten the hips up a little? Might do. Open the back of the neck. See what you've got. 3. 4. 5. Bend the standing leg. Come up through the center. Release. A little bit of an oil there. Yeah. And left leg. No hand, all hands. Binding, non-binding, all good. Coming down. This is so opening for the sacrum. 2. 3. 4. 5. Free breathing. Micro bend. Up you come. And release. Wonderful. Coming all the way down on to your backs. Going to do a bridge. You can hold your hands, fingers and thumbs in front of your shins, ankles, or you can hold the sides of the mat. You can actually even have them out to the side. There is no wrong in this. Pressing down, lifting the pubis up. Now, if you want to get a little more space, you can move the feet away. So it's referring the energy up into the chest. And you slowly come down, lengthening the tailbone, long, 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 long. And then the natural arc, like a wave, just comes back into the back. Feel the residue of that for a moment. And we're going to do it again. I'm bringing my feet a little closer just to start it off. Long tailbone up, I come. I'm taking the arms out to the side for this version today, so I can almost roll on the shoulder blades. That's it. Up, we come a little higher, higher, pressing through the feet. Chest, slowly coming down, bone by bone, by bone, by bone, by bone, and making a fist with both hands, popping them just where your buttocks start to be your thighs. It should be reasonably comfortable, and then going into Baddha Konasana here, if you can see this. So I've just got a little bit of support where my trochanter is in my hips. So as I'm in Baddha Konasana, I also have a little bit of height for my back to release into. Baddha Konasana, comfortable Baddha Konasana, and a little bit of padding of the hands. Great. Bring the feet down, knees up to the sky. Hug your knees into your chest. Take the hands out to the side. Rock a little bit side to side. Take the knees to the left, whichever you fancy, and let them come as close into your armpit, your left armpit, as possible. Now I'm also drawing my left shoulder blade to the left as well, so that that gives my spine a little more straightness. If you want a little extra, take the right foot and stretch it long to that left hand that's out to the side. So we just end up looking like a hurdle jumper. Bend the top leg. Rocking back to the center, little right, left. Make sure you are in the center. And going to the other side, I'm going to the right, whichever you went to. If you've gone to the right with the right knees, draw the right shoulder blade to the right a little more. If you're okay, lengthen the left foot. You can point it, you can flex it. Pointing it, I like it because the knee goes into place. Flexing it will give a little bit more stress behind the knee. Bend your knees. There you are in that twist again. Coming back up, rock a little bit, side to side. Now go into a splits situation, the sideways splits with your back on the floor, and we'll lift up to do some stomach stuff. So yeah, you can just feel that you're being pulled by me. I've got a couple of ropes on your hands, and you pulse that up through the center. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And go over to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Go to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Release back down. Draw the legs up to the ceiling. Pretend you have a giant standing on your feet. You're doing circus. There's a whole team relying on you. So you're very steady and the legs are very, very in their sockets. Lots of people standing on your feet. And bend your knees, rock a little bit, rock forward, rock up. Excellent. And if you have a wall, if you have a brick, this is where it'd be really good if you can put your elbows into the wall and have the brick into your back. So this is where the brick should be comfortably or flat on the wall and comfortably flat on your shoulder. So if I bring this a little closer, and if it's not possible, you'll be doing forearm balance. But so I've got my shoulder, my elbows into the wall. I've got the brick there, and I'm coming up. If my head is loose, that is a really good thing. The brick just pushing into the shoulders. That's if you have space to do that. You make this stronger by walking the toes up a little bit closer to the wall. They can be on your toes. You can bring the legs out to the side as you both have quite correctly, because that helps the hips up. Comfortable elbows, and if they're not comfortable, they can even come off. Grand. And whenever you want to come down, take a break. Excellent. Wonderful. Now, if you have a safe wall, can you do a handstand or a half handstand? Lovely. Yes. Yep, head drop. Long arms, beautiful. I'm holding your thighs up, so it's easier than it was. I've got hold of your heels, the bone of your heels, and pulling that up. Lovely. Yep. Yes. Now, slowly coming up, if you have a belt handy, so there's two options for this. This really should be reasonably comfortable. I'm in Ustrasana. Got this loose enough that I have a hammock for my head. And when I come up, I'm close enough to my support that I can get my hands on this wall. And then I can work. I can work through the feet. My head is very restful. We haven't got a belt. Can give this one a go without the belt. Now, eventually I start getting my hands a little lower. As long as my neck is comfortable. To come up, you press down into your shins. Oh, yeah. Yes. Okay. We've got an alternative version, putting the brick on the shoulder blades edge and using that as a fulcrum to open the back. Beautiful. Yep. Carrying on. So this is on the edge of the shoulder blades. I can hold, if I've only got one brick, I can hold my head in a nest and then sink the buttocks down. I really want the head to be comfy. Mm. And wonderful when the team has had enough of that. You're slowly coming up. Tiriyan Mukha Kapada Paschimottanasana. You can either use the brick or not use the brick. So the brick, if I'm using it, is pretty much under the straight leg side. If I'm not using it, it's not. It's still on the straight leg side, actually. Inhale, and you're going to come down and just use that to straighten your spine up. If I've got two, even better. Inhale, exhale, bow. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Last one. Inhale, coming up. Without thought, straight to the other side. Inhale. Exhale, coming down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Coming up. And undoing the right leg, going into a twist. Marichyasana. Turning. And opening your lower ribs like a fan or a flower. It's an upside down flower or a fan. Spread the ribs, and that will turn you. And release. Other side. Turning. Opening the ribs. 1, 2, 3. The bent leg foot is the ground. It's the stability. Grow tall and release. A very long Baddha Konasana. Inhale, exhale, coming forward. Eventually, your head fits like a hat into your insteps. One, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Up you come. Now, if you have a blanket or just something that you can give yourself a little bit of height, about 3-fold. That's mine. I'm putting it under the sacrum. So it's stable and it's comfortable, but it's a little bit of height. My knees are bent at the moment. So we normally have a brick or something quite big there, but we've got just something to lift this sacrum up. Very good. So when we've got there, we've got our feet flat and the knees bent. I'm taking the right foot into my armpit chest. I'm getting hold of the heel if I can, and I'm pressing the heel into my hands with a bit of that resistance. Hopefully we'll just straighten the hips up. So as I push into my hands with my heel, If that's difficult to get to, you could always have a little bit of a belt. So we've got just something to push into. And then lifting this foot up to the ceiling. And here we go. Bend the knee, and we've got a little bit of height under our buttocks. We're taking the knee down to the floor, armpit, chest. So I've got my right foot up, and I'm taking it down to my right armpit, chest. If I'm having trouble doing that, you give yourself a little more space by lifting the left knee towards your chest. So you've got some room. And when you've got that extra room, you can place the foot back down again. You can have a little play with the straight leg. Put it back, straighten it, put it back. And release. Pop both feet flat, take a rest. Just let it settle. 5 breaths. Lifting the left foot, flex it, get hold of it like it was a nail, and then gently slide that down towards the floor. You can lift the right one up to give yourself more room. And put it back. Good. Straighten the leg if you wish. Pop it back. Now, both feet up to the sky. You've got a little bit under your sacrum, is it? Mine's gone a bit uneven, so I'll just even myself up. Now, bending your knees, got a little bit more support under the sacrum. You can lift your head and go into this turtle. So we've done it on the floor already, but now we've turned it on its back, this turtle. You can lift your head, get it in between those legs, rock a little bit side to side. Good. Straightening the legs out to the side. Take them up to the sky. Now we can do a splits, one leg, then the other leg. Nice and straight. Don't go to the floor. A tiny bit off the floor. Great. Hug your knees. And rolling. We can do 2 versions of this. Your favorite could be this one on the floor, so we're just stretching the front of your quad, or you can do it against the wall. So this is exactly the same stretch when you've got one foot into the wall and the other one is up. Jolly good. If I bring the front foot more into the center line, so it's in line with the back one, I can use the front foot to press back. Now, if you're getting any back issues, don't take your hands up. You can have them on your waist and work through that foot. Also, if I have a feeling of pressing my shin, my quad back into the wall, that is also helpful. So I've got these 2 motions going. Want to get this right hip even and come forward into a lunge. the exact opposite. A train pushing your hips evenly forward. Feet even. And release the other side. Bring the foot as close into the center as you can, just to find where that energy helps you push back evenly. If I was there, I'd be having my foot gently pressing against this for you. Or if you press the shin into the wall, that will also help. You press the shin, since I'm not there to press the thigh. Excellent. Coming forward and lunging. And release. Now, if you have 2 bricks and you have a stable wall, you can put the bricks into the wall and we can try an Urdhva Dhanurasana. If you're not keen to do an Urdhva Dhanurasana and you don't have that wall, popping back up again into a forearm balance or popping the brick.
Popping the brick underneath the sacrum and shoulder stand version, doing the splits version, having space version.
Yep, yep. Now, whatever you're doing, if you're in with a brick underneath you, that's grand and you can pretty much hang out there. If you're trying to do the Urdhva Dhanurasana, just 3 attempts because the third one will be your good friend. Take the time you need in between. Don't rush these. Let the residue of them just suffuse through everything. Mm, wonderful. Slowly making your way just to a forward bend. So we're swapping that around. And counterpose. You can use a brick, you can bolster on your legs. You just opening the back of your knees, lengthening the outside tendons of your knees. That makes sense. If it doesn't, ignore me. I'm gently standing on your thighs. They're melting into the floor. Beautiful inhale coming up. Take the right leg into Virasana. Widen the legs out. Inhale, exhale. Maybe bring this straight leg arm forward in between your legs into the groin area, just long. Then taking the top hand over. If we can hold the foot, you do. If you can draw the bottom hand forward, you do. If your head is feeling the weight, use your hand as a nest. If you're feeling fine, you can stretch it to the foot. Turning the chest, eventually your back would be on your leg. Three, 4, and 5. Releasing. I'm coming forward to come up. Bring this knee in. Lift it. Straighten it. Lift. And inhale. This arm comes forward along the floor. This one comes over. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Up you come. Bring your knees together. Now, if you would like to do a shoulder stand, you set up for a shoulder stand of any kind, half shoulder stand. If you would like to go straight into Shavasana, that's also an option. Oh, yes.